So, morning number 3 right now. Hear the bucks screaming their heads off, deer talking to each other, so fingers crossed. Should be a good day. The bucks are screaming their heads off this morning. Walk out to the right. I was holding my draw for what felt like kind of a long time. And I was at an angle where I had to shoot up. And I thought he was going to start moving because the other deer moved. And he didn't, and I had to draw down. And finally, he started bumping up, and I had ranged a doe that was in a spot where I thought he might move to because I couldn't see him clearly. And he moved into that spot, but he was quartering away pretty good. So I had to put the arrow a little back on him so it would go up into the lungs. And it worked. Yeah, he went down. He went maybe 20 yards.
10 yards.
Maybe 10 yards. And died really fast. So that's like the main thing. It's an ethical shot, and he died within probably a minute, maybe less. So that's what we're going for here. It's like an ethical, quick kill and a lot of good meat. But the rut is just firing down here. There's just bucks fighting and screaming. It's pretty awesome.
That's honestly, that's a really tough shot. There was a whole bunch of things in the way, and he made a really good choice in judging the distance of another deer first, knowing that he was gonna like move along that trail. And yeah, that's like you said, that's exactly what you want. He was done in minutes, and meat's gonna be super good. Yeah, it's awesome.
So we got the meat off of that buck, and you just hang it for a little bit to let some of the heat come out of the meat, and it also dries it up so it's pretty tacky on the outside, because you don't want all that meat piled together and all that heat, because the heat is what's going to create the decomposition process, aka the meat going bad. So you let some of this heat get out of it, you bag it up, and then get it in a cooler, hopefully not in contact with fresh water like the melted ice. Like keep it on top of the ice and just in a cool environment until you can go and further process the meat. So the meat, once it's cooled a little bit in the air, it goes in a game bag, so it's a breathable bag, which isn't going to trap the heat in. If you put it in a plastic bag, the heat doesn't dissipate as well. And we're going to hike it back up to the truck, get it all put away in the Yeti, and head back down and see if we can't get more animals. I mean, it's going off today. It's probably the most bucks I've heard screaming and fighting ever. So the day is young. Now we're just gonna sit and wait and glass from a high vantage point and see if we see just a monster, but not gonna shoot anything. It's still coming up. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice buck. Yeah. That's a big one. Like that. Where's he gonna go? So we had success first thing in the morning, got a nice buck and did a lot of chasing and sweating it out today, crawling around. But trip is over. We got plenty of meat and take it home to the family and friends and try to make this flight. If you like what's going on this channel, make sure you hit like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next week.